Okay, so today's video lesson is on 7.4. It's on the idea of adding and subtracting rational functions or rational expressions. Okay, so we've already talked about multiplication and division, but let's think about how do you deal with fractions when you add or subtract them. So again, let's start out with a very basic thing, something maybe that you recall from elementary school. Let's say we have like 2, 6, actually I'll change this. I'll change it to 5, 6, something that we can't reduce, and we have to add it to 118, okay? Well, the first thing that we had to do was we had to figure out what the LCD is, okay? The least common denominator. And the way I like to do this is that if we break down the factors of 6, we get 2 times 3, right? And the same thing with 18, we get 2 times 3, which is 6 times 3 again, okay? And we were able to determine the LCD by asking ourselves what is represented, okay? And how many times, all right? So if I'm looking for the LCD, I'll go, okay, well I have 2 represented from each side. I have 3 represented from each side, and I have a secondary 3 that needs to be represented, okay? So that takes care of all the factors. So therefore, this problem has an LCD of 18, okay? And so to figure out how to add this initial problem together, we need to take the first fraction, which is 5 6, and put it over the LCD, which is 18. So if I take this denominator and change it to 18, I'm essentially multiplying it by 3. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do the top. So therefore, I'm going to have to multiply the top by 3 as well, and that will give me 15. This denominator is 18, which is already the LCD. So I'm just don't have to do anything to it, or you can multiply it by 1, but the numerator will be 1. So ultimately, this answer for this fraction is 16 over 18, which can be reduced to 8/9. Okay. Well, guess what? For algebra, it's nothing different. So let me go ahead and outline an example for you. Okay. So I'm going to pick a problem of 4 over x squared minus 16. And I'm going to add that to 3 over x squared plus 8x. Okay, so the first thing is if I want to add these two fractions together, I need to find the LCD. Okay, and to find the LCD, I'm going to go ahead and break it down to the factors. So if you can take a look at here, x squared plus 16 can be broken down to x plus 4 times x minus 4. Those are the factors, okay? Likewise, on the other side, this can be factored to be x minus 4, x plus 4 times x plus 4, or x plus 4 squared. Okay, so to find the LCD, I have to ask myself, okay, what items need to be represented and how many times, okay? So the LCD is going to be, well, I have x plus 4 here, so that's going to be represented, okay? I do not have a common x minus 4, but I need to make sure that that's represented, okay? And then although I have an x plus 4 already, I have a secondary x plus 4 that needs to be represented. And so the LCD in this case is x plus 4 times x minus 4 times x plus 4. In other words, we can rewrite this. Okay, I'll put a little note here that this is the LCD. We can rewrite this as x plus 4 squared times x minus 4. So that when we change our original fraction from what we started with, essentially what we did to the first fraction was we had to multiply this bottom denominator by x plus 4. So if we do that to the bottom, we have to do this to the top. So if the top originally was 4, we have to multiply it by x plus 4 because we've inserted that to the denominator as well. Same thing for the secondary fraction. We have x plus 4 squared. This is our LCD. okay, times x minus 4. So to go from here to here, we had to multiply by x minus 4. So what you do to the bottom, you have to do the top. So if I originally have 3 at the top, we have to do x minus 4 to the top because we multiplied the denominator with that. So at this point, it becomes a simplifying thing. We're going to expand out, and we're going to add. So if we expand it out, we get 4x plus 12, 4x plus 16, plus 3x minus 12. And obviously, if this was a subtraction sign, we'd have to write minus 3x plus 12. So that's how you would do subtraction. And it's all over the LCD of x plus 4 squared times x minus 4. Combining like terms, we get 7x. And then 16 minus 12 is 4. All over the LCD, which is x plus 4 squared times x minus 4. At this point, we can take a look at our solution, which is 7x plus 4 over x plus 4 squared times x minus 4. And we have to ask ourselves, is there any way that you can simplify that? In this case, no. So this is our final solution.